how I imagined ATMs as a child. This is how little kids stare at you in public areas for no reason. Kids today couldn't handle the pain of taking one of these bad boys to the shin. 10-year-olds doing TikTok. Me at 10. Kid gets a cut on his leg. Dad, looks like we're gonna have to cut it off. Kid, no one. 6-year-old me drinking apple juice. Kid is born on the 1st of April. Kid, am I a joke to you? Children with VR headsets these days. My VR headset back in the day. Kids, when they see a tall guy. Ah, it's a giraffe. Remember this kid? This is him now. Feel old yet? College kids be like. In terms of money, we have no money. America kids getting to skip school because of a couple snowflakes. Russians. 8-year-old me learning to turn corners. What it looks like versus what it feels like. 5-year-old me trying to find my mum at the supermarket. My kid says he is depressed. I already took his phone away. Is there anything else I can do to get him out of this phase? Everyone with an IQ above 0. Hard to swallow pills. Making your child call you sir is weird. 4-year-old me mixing shampoo with body wash. Chemist. Every mental illness. 14-year-old girls on Twitter. Aha, I've got it. When a 6-year-old sees his name in a math question. How to handle fame. How 6-year-old me thought the picture would look like if I traced my hand versus how it actually turned out. 9-year-old me finding a stick in a forest. This is a good sword. 6-year-old me. When I am bleeding, so I drink my blood to reuse it again. Recircling. 10-year-old. I know how flying cars could work. The flying car. Unironically, this is me. When you get that one smell from your childhood and the memories come flooding back. The horror movie you watched in childhood versus the same movie now. Blow my mind. The last kid to get off the school bus knows where everyone lives. The picky kid at family dinner starter pack. Me, when I see a little kid fall and stuck. You're evil. Rich spoiled kids when they get a yellow Ferrari instead of a red one. Kids in the backseat when they signal to truck drivers to honk their horn, and they actually do. Kids today want the latest iPhone. I remember wanting this pen. Kids, rain, rain, go away. Rain, who just wanted to give water for humans so that they could survive. Kids with divorced but happy parents. Kids with married parents that should be divorced. The first guy to kidnap children must have been like, candy, staring, hand, going to... I have hay fever. Oh my. People complaining about kids these days, how they acted as children. Their kid may have graduated, but it sure doesn't look like the parents did. My kid done graduated. A zombie apocalypse begins. Some 14-year-old girl. Zombies have feelings too. 8-year-old me putting on a cone as a hat in PE class and thinking I'm a comedian. 7-year-old me blowing air into my Capri Sun so it looks like it's full. 8-year-old me listening to a new song on the radio during a road trip. Me listening to the same song years later. 5-year-old me telling a joke that made no sense. My dad who does not understand it but laughs anyway to make me feel good about myself. 5-year-old me when I find a stick. Sword. 9-year-old competing in a 5K run. Took a wrong turn and accidentally won the 10-kilometer race. What parents see versus what kids see. Oh, look at him blushing. It's been a while since I've seen a kid dressed like a kid. Popular kid tells a joke. The clout riding MFs. Half Chinese, half Italian. Linguini. This kid has a future. What was the most rebellious thing you did as a kid? As a kid, I straight up lied to my dad's face about having a school project on the solar system. I even made up a deadline so we'd have plenty of time. I just wanted to make something with him. Not sure why I lied. Always nice seeing a single dad taking care of his kid. That's a furry looking kid. Me now. Chalky milk. Me as a kid. Chalky milk. How I imagined drug dealers as a kid versus actual drug dealers. 4-year-old. Why do you go to work? Me. They pay me a salary. 4-year-old. Me. 4-year-old. I don't even like celery. Computer screensaver versus 10-year-old me. Mum. Covers face. Where did mummy go? 2-year-old. Gone. Reduced to atoms. Mum. Uncovers face. Peekaboo. 2-year-old. Impossible. 8-year-old me imagining a catfish. Childhood. 8 o'clock. Hell yeah, I'm not sleeping until morning. 10. Now. 8 o'clock. I need some sleep. I'll just go to bed early. 3 a.m. making memes. 15-year-old car in my head versus 15-year-old car in reality. My 14-year-old brother telling me that this is equal to 0. 6-year-old me. 12-year-old on Xbox Live. I smashed your mum last Friday. Me. No, you didn't. She was out of town that realization. 6-year-old me waiting for my mum to choose what I'm going to wear after taking a bath. 10-year-old kids going on not safe for work websites be like, keep out. Or enter. I'm a sign, not a cop. If you were a kid, you know exactly what these smell like, what the texture is like inside, and you may even know what they taste like. Kid whose dad works for Microsoft. My Xbox Live account. Kid doesn't have a partner. The PE teacher. I will be your champion. Me as a child. Reading 300 pages of a book in a day. Me now. Forgets 3 out of 4 lines that I just read. Birthed child. Adopted child. A parent's unconditional love and support for their child no matter where that child came from. Kids want to be adults. Adults want to be kids. Me, who just wants to die. Kid. Literally snaps his leg in half. The school nurse after putting ice on it. Why do I fix everything I touch? Kid in 2070 confesses on being really depressed and wanting to end their life. Their Gen Z parents. Same. Kid. What is the purpose of a phone if it doesn't have any games? Me. It's about sending a message. But I love sports. Dodgeball was the best. I was the fastest one out there. Of course, I was the ball. This kid looks like he didn't just hit the greatest trick of all time, when in fact, he did. Some little kid was holding a PS5. I snatched it out of his hands and went home with it. 2020 finally did me some good. Made a child cry, but do I have regrets? No, I do not. Childbirth is more painful than a kick in the groin. Women will want more children. Men don't want to get kicked in the groin again. Parents be like, oh no, my child is mirroring my own bad behavior, and I don't like it one bit. Don't punish your child by taking their games away. Instead, log on to their online games and get them banned. Small child. Absolutely incomprehensible gibberish. Me. Why would you say something so controversial, yet so brave? The quiet kid minding his own business. The annoying girl trying to talk with him. When the kid that you talked trash to tells you your full name, address, and IP. The kid on the bus. You, playing a game on your phone. That kid in the seat behind me on the plane. Kids on Thanksgiving pretending they're sparkling apple cider is wine. The kid returning to school after telling the teacher to press Alt plus F4 in the online class. People my age getting married and having children. Me, making 7 random internet strangers smile with memes. The kid who did all the work. You're now the presenter of our group. They did what? Not only did he cheat, but they got married and gave their kid my name. Extrovert kid who wants to be my friend. Me, trying to figure out what I did to warrant this harassment. My brain reminding me of something stupid I did as a kid. Me, trying to sleep at 3 AM. Letting the bully off without punishment. Suspending the kid who did self-defense schools. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. As a kid, did you ever knock on people's doors and run away before they could answer? Well, guess what? We are hiring. If you remember eating this as a kid, then you ate this as a kid. Psst, hey kid, want some stick shift? Artistic kiddies. Artistic kid dies. Parents. Argues with child. Child wins argument. Parents. How disrespectful. What everyone sees versus what 7-year-old me sees. 11-year-old me putting viruses on the computer to win the free iPhone 4S. 12-year-olds after watching one parkour video and then doing a backflip on their trampoline. 7-year-old me. Cool rock I found on the playground. 5-year-old me pretending to be a smoker when it's cold outside. 13-year-old me. Come on, do something. 7-year-old me at the doctor looking at my mum telling them what the hell is wrong with me. 12-year-old me. Tastes a sip of alcohol. My parents. How does it taste? Me. 7-year-old me when parents leaving home. 16-year-old me when parents leaving home. The grading system in Korea. So below 70 is a fail. I guess I have failed. If this kid comes back in like 20 years dressed as a massive buff Gyarados, I'll eat my shirt. Karen to her kid. If you don't go to college, you will end up like him. Me, working to pay for college. Thomas the TIE fighter. Uncultured people with the food palate of a child. What do you mean? Wrong. Nobody. Divorced parents on weekends. Give me the child. Dads. My kid. Mums. My child. Grandmas. My precious. What normal people see versus what our childhood sees. Adopted child in English is Yoshi in Japanese. Child. Brings up trauma to parents. Parents. That never happened. I don't remember that. 4-year-old. What happens when you die? You go to heaven. No, I mean when you die. Do I get your stuff? 8-year-old. I'm not playing with you. You're a little kid. 6-year-old. No. 30-year-old versus 70-year-old. We are old. Yes. 10-year-old me preparing to tell my mum at 9 PM I need glue and construction paper for my project project due tomorrow? 5-year-old me at the zoo. I want to see the penguin. 8-year-old me trying to see what the fridge looks like closed. Grandpa raising his grandchildren versus grandpa raising his own children. Kid thinks she lives in Fortnite. Dr. Phil. Minecraft players who tried punching a tree in real life. Did anyone else as a kid sleep in the car on the way home and know exactly where you are by feeling the car turn? Yes, of course. Bodybuilders. The kid who can break pencils in half. The kid who can open everyone's water bottles. The kid who can open and close the bus windows. Parents. No, this won't affect our kid. Quantum physics for babies. General relativity for babies. Quantum entanglement for babies. Meanwhile, kid. Toby, age 3, alcoholic, sees kid crying. Kid, I'm lost. Me, that's okay, we're all lost. Happiness is an illusion. Life is meaningless. Death is around the corner. Bye. Band kid this, theater kid that. What about the people who didn't do anything? Just went home after school and straight vibe when the kid with asthma starts talking. Single mothers love dressing their kid like the men who left them. Jack, age 13, favorite actor? Johnny Sins. Johnny Sins commented, thanks kid. Durex is now selling protection with limited edition toy cars. Just in case the protection breaks, then the kid has something to play with. Imagine the kid playing with the car that shows he was a mistake. This kid is going places. How would you make a marriage work? Tell your wife she looks pretty, even if she looks like a dump truck. 6-year-old me playing with grandpa. Whoa. 6-year-old me in the shower. Waterbender. 16-year-old me. 26-year-old me. iPod, iPad, iPaid. 40-year-old mums on Facebook. Teachers, when their 14-year-old students behave like 14-year-olds. 6-year-old me who hated vegetables. Like, I never really had hatred for vegetables. I kind of just didn't like them. I like them now though. If video games make children more violent, why do they keep losing fist fight? Me on my way to my parents' bedroom to tell them I had a bad dream. 10-year-old me after I turned off the lights in the basement. Gordon Ramsay around kids versus Gordon Ramsay around adults. 50-year-old dads after their Sunday 7 a.m. alarm goes off. Better rev up my lawnmower because I certainly don't give a damn if I'm waking anybody up. 10-year-olds on their way to receive the funniest man alive award after saying absent when the teacher calls their name. When the deaf kid is doing sign language and the shadow clones appear. Me, minding my business at Walmart. Mother with child acting up. If you don't behave, that man right there is going to take you. Never had this happen to me, thank God. When the popular kid isn't mean and is actually a decent person. Thanks, Apple. I'll let her know. Loud environment. Sound levels hit 90 decibels. Money doesn't bring happiness. Me with money. It's funny because he doesn't even have a nose. So what does he need the tissues for? Oh, Andrew. Can't tell you that. Me, giving the kid at the door candy. The parent, seeing your childhood photos be like, remember this kid from Harry Potter? This is him now. Feel old? Most kids. I built my own PC. Boomers. No, you should be playing outside. My nephew. Isn't it? I think the dynamics changed a lot. Don't you guys agree? People aren't really like this anymore. Maybe not mainstream at least. This kid looks like he has a thick Brooklyn accent and is planning a heist of the cookie jar. A kid's YouTube channel makes $80,000 monthly. What his dad gets versus what he gets. Kids and adults, when a bubble wrap bubble doesn't make a popping noise. I feel my heart crack. Kids these days don't play outside like we used to. Henry, call the cops. They have skateboards. Kids then versus kids shows then versus kids shows now versus kids now. When you check in on actors from your favorite childhood TV shows and they're doing just fine. Playground rules, don't climb up the slide. Every child ever. Playground safety laws prepare to be ignored. A kid from kindergarten who likes the same dinosaur as me. Me, also in kindergarten. Wouldn't that make you my best friend? I was depressed, so I ate a 6-pack of tacos. I was rounding off the last one when my daughter said, "Wow, Dad, you're a taco eating machine." She looked at me with complete admiration and gave me a high five, and it pulled me right out of my funk. Kids, man, total game changers. When your kid gets an F on their math homework, but you did the work. Movie versus reality. Why did the kid turn so ugly? That was just unnecessary. How I relax knowing none of the cringy stuff I did as a kid got recorded by anyone. If your kid is bullying my kid, and my kid has tried to tell your kid to stop, and your kid doesn't, my kid has been instructed to punch your kid in the face. Daniel Craig. Using your kid's name as a password. Using your password as kid name. Dad, look how fast I can What? Oh no, your kid. Shh, don't react. Just smile. Dad, a meteor hitted me. Did you see? I saw, buddy. Very cool. Schools, when they realize they cause children to be depressed. Does your child know the concept of average well? A, average. B, below average. C, can't have dinner. D, don't come home. F, find a new family. Kid complaining about having bad grades, not paying attention in class, procrastinating, not doing homework. Yeah, but school's boring. Child is passionate about absolutely anything. Parent, got it insulted. Teen hides passion because they were insulted for it. Parent, why doesn't my child tell me anything? Must be social media. Kids who vape when they go in the bathroom and see someone actually pissing. Anger. Childhood is when you idolize Batman. Adulthood is when you realize the Joker made more sense. 45-year-old. No, this is me. This is me and Vazkal and maybe even you and 45-year-old men on Facebook. Child abuse in 2020 versus talking back to your mum in the 1990s. Kids in hoodies versus how teachers see them. Child soldiers versus infantry. Kids are getting taught how to floss, but I'm still trying to figure out how to do the sponge. Kids have no idea that about 30 years ago, Champion was a cheap sports brand sold on the back shelves at Kmart for around $1.99 a shirt, and you got laughed at in school for wearing it. Kid, I'm 8 years old. Me. Oh, okay. I was born in 2012. Me. Kid, becomes 18 years old. The orphanage. 8-year-old me walking into school after learning a brand new swear word. 7-year-old boys when the teacher tells them to sit next to a girl. How the antisocial kid prepares to say, "Here," when the teacher calls attendance. Kid gets bullied on the hallway. The teacher's watching the CCTV monitor. Kid, no talent and sad backstory. America's Got Talent. Kid, Nerf guns are cringe now. Me. Kid, is bullied at school. Parents, you should fight back. Meanwhile, grandma. Kidnapper, get in my van. Kid, no, I have candy. I do as the candy guides. Kid, goes to guidance counselor to report bullying. Guidance counselor. Whoa, that's interesting, but I sure don't care. Kid pretend sword types. Obviously, I can't go through every single one because that'll take me 15,000 hours. What's your favorite one though? If I could choose, I'm gonna go with... Along with paper tube. Instead of buying your children all the things you never had, you should teach them all the things you were never taught. Material wears out, but knowledge stays. Bruce Lee. Me, wondering why I should be scared of deaf children. Caution, deaf children in area. 6-year-old me mixing 5 different colors together in a cup, expecting a rainbow, but it turns diarrhea brown. 13-year-old me. Why is my mum texting me? Me now. I'm gonna send my mum a picture of this grass because it looks super green. I think she'll like it. Who would win? An apple to blah blah blah, one very hungry boy. The only pure version of this meme. Future me and my kid watching Infinity War. Kid. Wait, did they just really die? Dad, quick, let's watch Endgame now. Me. No. Kid. What do you mean? You must wait a year. But I see right there, let's just... You will wait a year and suffer as your elders did. After putting me and my crush's name into a love calculator app and finding out we're only 17% compatible. Mum arrested after entering elementary school and confronting son's alleged bullies. Free this woman. She did what a mum was supposed to do. When the school fails, childhood is when you idolize Batman. Adulthood is when you realize Dumbledore was biased, corrupt, and not fit to be headmaster. During childbirth, the pain is so intense that women are almost capable of feeling what a man feels when he hears, "I like you as a friend." It happens to the best of us. Move on, boys. Or just be friends with them. I don't know. Some kid at my school did a TikTok where he wore a crop top and booty shorts. And now it's getting shared across the school. Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso. I don't get it. You uncultured swine. The jokes you don't appreciate as a kid. My kid is turning 17. I offered her a MacBook Air for school, but she wanted this instead. I think I raised her well. Switching from a system in which you exploit children's scream labor to a system in which you exploit their laugh labor doesn't make you heroes. You are still exploiting children's labor. Ethical capitalism does not exist. So this is a theoretical if you have kids, because I do not have kids. But if you do have kids, then I guess you can... It won't be theoretical. Which cup would you give your kids? Eats all meals without complaining. No more whining or tantrums. Willingly takes a bath and brushes teeth. No more fighting with their siblings. Goes to bed without complaining and stays in bed. Always cleans up after them. Okay, so if I have a kid, I'd probably give the orange. Yeah, the orange one. The kid who knows the 4th state of matter. Kid who knows what DNA stands for. The rest of the 5th grade. I remember this kid in primary school. His name was Kevin. And any sort of multiplication this kid could do. 12 times 12. 6 times 9. 7 times 8. Like, he would know everything off the top of his head. And it'd take him like 2 seconds. Dude was a genius. Kevin, if you're out there, I love you, my friend. You are a great guy. Let's show some love for Kevin in the comments. I actually wonder what Kevin's doing right now. Probably at university. He will never see this. He will never see this video.